Hi everyone, welcome to episode 21 of the My Two Tips podcast. I'm the host, I'm Elise, and it is, August 29th, I think, something like that. It's Monday. I recorded a very quick episode on Wednesday of last week. It wasn't good. We're not going to deal with it. However, to touch base on that, 2 Saturdays ago, there was the Tragically Hip concert, which I watched, which I cried. And last time when I recorded, I was still kind of in the very large part of my emotional hangover. So it wasn't the greatest. I was kind of a mess, which is fine. But today, hopefully I'll remember everything I said last time. Hopefully. If not, that's fine. We'll deal with it. But let's get this show on the road. So I finished some things since last time. I can't even remember if I showed you this. I had a hat. So this, I'm trying a new setting again, is my Malmstrom beanie, which fits really nice now. Totally hipster too. That's the hat. I'll put the information down here. This is the yarn I used. But anyway, this is from Lamb & Wolf. It is a skein of yarn of her Sport Base Superwash. I believe it's 75/25 merino nylon in her Super Fun Night colorway, which I had no idea was kind of going to do this like stripe kind of effect, which is really fun. It was a lot of fun to watch it knit up. And I won this from the Dyer's Notebook podcast that is hosted by Laura. So really love it. So glad that I finally used it. It's been a little while. But yeah, so that's a hat. I believe the pattern called for, what size was it? A 3.75 millimeter needle. I used a 4.0, and when I was knitting it, I thought that it was going to be way too tight, especially around like the main part of my head, because as I tried it on, it was hella tight. But with blocking it, it's really gotten, looser than like it. It's nice. I really like it, and I can't get over kind of how it did the striping. I did not expect that at all. And for any of you who have been following me, Instagram and the like, I have a picture of it kind of all twisted on itself as it was blocking. That's not very similar, but maybe I'll insert it. And I call it my unicorn poop hat, because it kind of looks like a cartoon pile of poop from a unicorn. Works. So that was off the tips. That's what I'm going to call it. Another thing off my tips is, so there's the pair they're now done. My just vanilla socks that I knit on a 2.0 9-inch circular millimeter, 9-inch circular needle, 2.0 millimeter for the body, the foot, the heel, and the toe, but the cuff is done on my typical 2.25 millimeter. And the yarn is the Cozy Knitter Bliss Base, which is her 80/20 fingering superwash merino nylon in the Suits Aren't For Everyone colorway. Really like them, really like them. They fit really well, even though I knit them on smaller needle. So I'm maybe gonna try more on a 2.0. We'll see what happens with that one. And then just yesterday, so this technically wasn't part of the original episode 21, which I'm pretty sure that's what we're on. Do you guys remember these socks, the game day socks? Also Cozy Knitter yarn in her Come Together colorway, which is for the Toronto Blue Jays, and they're full of like fluffs and stuff, whatever. But the other day I added this little duplicate stitch maple leaf. So much fun. And it's on both of them. They are both done. See? 1, 2. So those are like complete, like beyond complete. Lots of fun. The yarn I used, I'll talk about later, I guess. And then I guess that brings me to what's on my needles, technically. You ready? Okay. So, the big one, because it's still technically not finished, is the West Coast Cardigan Test Knit. Yep, that's the collar, which folds over nicely. So much fun. It's very big. See? And the body is all done. It's dry now too, which is a freaking blessing. So that's it. All nice and dry. There's a fluff on the arm, but that's okay. So let's see if we can do this today. It almost looks like a hood on me, but we'll fold that down. I have a hard time with collars on sweaters. They tend to be really big for me, so we'll see what happens with it. It should be fine. And it's warm. Are you ready? So it still needs the little bit at the edge in which I sew the zipper to, but it blocked out pretty well. Pockets, the linings are sitting right here. 1 pocket lining, 2 pocket lining, which will go kind of on the inside like this. See that? Pick up the light a little more, so that when I put my hand in, there will be a pocket that I can't stick my fingers through. Yeah, really excited. I still have to buy, still have to buy the zipper, which I didn't get around to doing today, so that's okay. But that is still technically on my needles because it's not done yet. And then I cast on a new project just the other night, and I'm just wondering, I think it still looks okay. You guys can let me know and I'll find out in editing, but this is like one cut today. One take, one filming, that's all I'm doing. I'm not doing 50 million crazy, no. Today, one shot deal. So yes, the next project I've started doing is using this beautiful yarn. Avalanche of yarn. This beautiful skein. Anyways, this is from Haven Yarn and Goods. I don't think this is the tag for it. Nope. But this is her tag. Haven Yarns and Goods. I know I have the other one here somewhere, but I'll put all the info on. So this is her wood carver colorway, which I hope is repeatable because it is freaking just beautiful. I've shown it off before, so there's lots of like golden, rusty, warm colors with like this kind of coppery green color that's in there. I love it. Love it, love it. But I finally decided to cast it on. And so I have, and there's little stoppers on the end because for some reason my stitches keep wanting to fall off. I cast on not one, but 2 socks. Yep. So that's the back side. The front side. Let's see, can we get this to show nicely? There you go. Has this nice little slip stitch kind of pattern in it, which is the Driftwood sock by Mina Phillip from her Vanilla Socks, Beyond Vanilla Part 1 group of patterns. So fun. I think I've done 3 repeats of the pattern in the leg so far for the row amounts that I've chosen to do on both of them. So they're coming along. I don't anticipate these taking me too long, and I really do love knitting concurrently on socks. I don't know. I just feel it's very satisfying to me. So that is on the tips. Oh yeah, I revisited another sweater. So on the tips as well is this lovely project, which I am using, and I don't have the tag. Anyway, this is from Vegan Yarn. It is her Pachuco cotton, I believe is what it is, and I believe it's the FIFO colorway. It's this kind of taupey brown, which is really pretty. And the project is a sweater, which is coming along. So this sweater is actually for my mom. Mom, this is your sweater. She knows she's getting a sweater from me. I just don't know if I've actually ever shown it to her, but that's fine. Gonna see it now. So, little ball of, oops, that's not the one I'm using. That's the one I'm using. So I'm gonna show you how it fits me. Maybe. So this is the Harvest cardigan. Check the needles. Harvest cardigan by Tin Can Knits. I have done the yoke. Obviously I've separated for the sleeves. There's some increases that go, oh, what's that? Interesting. Anyway, the increases continue to, I believe it's about here, and then now I'm just knitting straight. And it's an open front cardigan. It's too small for me in the sense that I can't quite bring it together, but it should fit my mom really nicely. And there's the back of it, which is coming along. I mean, I don't have, I don't know. I have more to do. Come off my arms. There we go. So harvest cardigan, it's coming along. I mean, it's been sleeping in a project bag for a really long time. Really, really long time. But it's coming along. I think I've just started the, oh goodness, I don't even know. I hope 5th skein. I have about 3 in there, so maybe I'm even further. I don't know. I don't remember. But that is everything that is, well, actively on my tips. What else do I have to talk about today? I think I'll go into some exciting stuff. So this is the yarn, woo. This is the yarn that I used for those little maple leaf duplicate stitches on my game day socks. Really nice red. It's not, I don't know, it is pretty vibrant. It's pretty, that's pretty red. Early for Christmas. But yeah, so there's this. The special thing about it is I dyed it myself. Along with this, same, they're the same. And along with this bag of goodies. So, I got together with a friend the other day and we dyed some yarn together. So here are some minis that I dyed. Nothing overly fancy. This one's purple, it's not black. There you go. And yes, there's some lighter spots because I just experimented with kind of how I was putting it into the dye and kind of what would happen. A lighter red, it's not the same as this one. It is slightly different. And you can kind of see it there on camera. I think it's slightly more orange. Maybe like a very deep coral, maybe. A blue, which has a little bit of that variation in it too. Just because of how I put it in again. Totally intentional in a sense that I was going for, let's not submerge it completely into the dye and let's kind of see how the yarn takes it up. So pretty happy with that one. A really bright orange, which is a lot of fun, and there's a little bit of tonality in this one too, but it is pretty bright, pretty in your face. And this one's my favorite, where there's a lot of kind of undyed yarn left in there. And I'm trying to remember, I think I had kind of twisted it in on itself a little bit somehow. Again, don't quote me on it. And I dunked this end in first and kind of let that soak up quite a bit. And then this was twisted on itself, so some of it was going to be resisted, and then I just left some of it actually sticking out of the dye, and then I heat set it. So it kind of has this cool little effect, which was a lot of fun. And then after I fell in love with this little mini that I did, I decided to do it on a big skein, or a full skein, I guess, technically. So I did it a little bit more precisely. So there you can see this was out of the dye and this was in the dye. And yeah, those are some speckles. So the speckles are technically black dye, but right here I can see there's a little bit of orange poking through. Just looks like navy, but it's so fun. I love the transition that I got up through here. I think it's just so pretty and fun. This one is up here only because it's like been pulled, but it's a pretty good demarcation of where it is. I love it. I have no idea what this is going to become. It's going to sit and marinate for a little bit, I think, but I'm so happy with it. It was a lot of fun. And looks completely different when I twist it up this way, I think. So much fun watching somebody hang up a ball or skein. But yeah, I love that one. One of the other ones I did is this one, which is super, super bright, so if it completely like distorts the rest of the frame, sorry. This one was super fun. So as you can see, it's like the same thing happening twice. So we had, how did we do this? We twisted it on itself. Yeah, I think this is gonna match up pretty well. Twisted it on itself and laid it in a pan and just I guess like hand poured some dyes on it. Oh, it's just so fun, and these transitions are just so pretty. Oh, love it. And yep, there's some portions that are like really, really light, but I think there might be like a few little spots that haven't been dyed completely, but like there's actually a little bit of color in there, so super happy with that. The yellow is like pretty intense, and here you can see where some of the orange kind of ran on the pan, which is totally fine with me. This section here, I love those transitions. Like that looks like fire to me. Kind of gets a little more pink, back into like a reddy orange, back to orange, and then yellow, and then it just kind of continues. So that one's super fun. Seeing it all together reminds me of kind of like Hawaii and I don't know, all the bright colored flowers that one would see out there. I think I would call this one like Hawaiian punch crush, something like that, because it's just very, very summer. And the third one that I'm going to show is this one, because I have something else to talk about. So just a lovely minty green. There's a little bit of tonality in it. Some of it's just a little bit brighter, a little more intense, but it's still very much a pale, pale, pale mint green, which I love. Alrighty, so absolutely love this. And I want to talk about this along with a few other skeins. Not that I've dyed, but from my stash. Because there's a cow coming up that's being hosted by Laura, who is Jinx Yarns and the Dyer's Notebook podcast. That's Laura. And then it's also being hosted by Kristen, who is Volenvine Yarns and Yarngasm podcast. So those two lovelies, who are besties, are hosting an Exploration Station cow, which is a pattern by Stephen West, which I ended up purchasing a while ago because I think I was super inspired from the Sticks Plus Twine podcast, who hosted a knit along, which is Eric, for that shawl as well. And I kind of stalk those projects quite a bit for color inspiration. But this, I think, definitely has to be in it. But then I have some other options here. Ooh, let me hold them all in here. And these two. I mean, all five look pretty good together. But I need help choosing. So I posted a picture on Instagram. See, those four look good to me. But then these four look good to me. And then I could just take out the minty green one altogether. And these four look good to me. Have I been saying three? I mean four. There's clearly four. But I don't know. I really, like, this screams yes to me. Because we all know I love purple. But do I just stray a little from like my normal? I don't even think I had this one as a combo. Oh, that might work. Maybe I'll add that as number 5. Help me decide. So in the comments below, I will look for your guys' ideas. So the first skein is the one that's dyed by me, which is just mint green. The next one will be the gray, which is from Cedar House Yarns. It's the oyster colorway. The next one is this lovely skein, which I have 2 of, which is kind of my dilemma. I have 2 of these suckers that I kind of want to keep them together, but if I don't, I think it's fine too. So this is Hedgehog Sock in Teacup. And then this one that's in my arm is Tosh Merino Light in Iris, which is totally dark and blowing out, but very dark purple, but there's like some iridescentness to it, I would say. And it's a single, which I don't know if I ever mentioned how I kind of hate mixing yarn bases and stuff together. I guess I'm doing it on this one probably. And then this one is from Knitting a Love Song on her Minuet sock base in Knitting a Love Song. So yeah, let me know which ones. Ooh, so much yarn. Which ones you guys think I should do together for an exploration station. Let me know. I have 2 other little things to talk about. Maybe it's just one, actually. I think it's just one. So, spoiler alert. I got shipment 2 of the Once Upon a Time Yarn Club installment. So if any of you don't want to see it, see you later. Don't look. Go away, because here it comes. It is beautiful. It is stunning. Have you looked away if you don't want to see it? Are your eyes like saucers if you do? Here it is. So pretty. So I got it the other night. It was waiting for me in my mailbox when I came home from work. Again, I've unskeined it and kind of twisted it, and I just totally caught a strand on the card. Should be fine. Should be fine. But look at this. Isn't it beautiful? So this is on Kristen's Volca base, and it is her MCN base. Yep, 80-10-10 Superwash Merino Cashmere Nylon, and the color name is I Will Always Find You, which is a pretty big reoccurring statement and I guess kind of plot line in the show. So very fitting, Kristen. Oh, I love it. It's so pretty. And there's something about this like deep burgundy plummy wine color that I love, 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 love. No idea what I'll do with this. I think I've decided that I'm letting them marinate until the next one comes, because I can't decide. And I mean, I'm a pretty big fan of letting things sit. So we'll let it sit some more. So pretty. So pretty. I love it. It's, I don't know if it's, I mean, Kristen's done a lot of colorways that I love, but there's something about the, I think it's the surprise that I'm really enjoying. Because I have no idea what she's going to come up with. There's so many things that I could kind of think of from the show that it would be like, ooh, let's do this, or let's do something based on this person. Just lovely. Would I consider doing another club with Kristen? In a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. Other things that are on their way to me is some yarn. I'm waiting for a pattern little package in the mail, so hopefully that actually arrives to me. It's been, I think it's gotten lost in the mail, which kind of makes me super sad. But I think that's the majority of everything, you guys. I still haven't come up with a giveaway, which I feel bad about, but I want it to be good. I really want it to be good. I'm just dumped. So maybe, you know, I know that a few of you are new and returning and have subscribed, so that's kind of awesome. Maybe I will wait for the next kind of big chunk of subscribers to have happened. And I think the giveaway will be based on comments in the video in which I announce the giveaway. So if you are watching and returning and looking forward to these episodes, you'll have a very good chance to win. Because I feel like I need to actually give it to somebody who watches the podcast, because that's kind of what it's all about, right? So that might be it for me today. It might be. I don't know. I thought I had something else, but I don't know. Oh, I've been talking TV shows with a few people lately, and can I just vouch right here, right now, I am addicted to How to Get Away with Murder. Shonda's done it again. So, season 2 of that series has just gone up on Netflix. Not that long ago. I finished season 2. Can't wait for season 3. Hurry up already. Give it to me. I'm addicted. I absolutely love it. There's something about the way that Shonda writes that has drawn me in since Grey's Anatomy. So I'm a Shonda fan, but there's something about this show that is just so, it actually really pulls me in, and I'm like, I don't know who did it. The end of the first season blew my pants off. This season, it's just even more of like, I can't believe this is happening. I'm glad I don't actually live in that kind of world, because that would be intense. I would probably be dead. Let's just put it that way, because I don't think I could handle it. There's no way I could handle that kind of nonsense. But I really enjoy watching it. It's like, I blew through the second season. I really did. Probably only in a few knitting sessions. So, I mean, it was just on and I was like, the whole time. So, if you kind of like those thriller, mystery, murder, piecing together stuff, I would say go enjoy season 1. Go through season 2 and come and join me and eagerly await season 3. Alright, I think that's it for me today. I should go and edit this and go get my tea that is brewing that I left on the counter. See how good that tastes. Again, don't forget to let me know which one you think's, which one, please help me. Please help me decide. But I hope you have, I guess it's the final week of summer for a lot of people. Camera cut me off. I guess I'm chit-chatting too much. But yeah, so it's the last week of summer for a lot of us here, especially those that have kids. I don't, but anybody whose kids are going back to school kind of post Labor Day. Last week of summer. I hope you enjoy it. Our weather has finally cooled down, which is absolutely, it's making me so happy. I'm actually wearing pants today and not sweating buckets. It's fantastic. Like, I am, I guess, basic white girl stereotype thing. I am so looking forward to fall. I am looking forward to my first pumpkin spice latte. I am looking forward to all the pumpkin everything. I am looking forward to sweaters, boots, socks, being cozy. Cannot wait. Ooh, I so can't wait. Like, it just makes me so happy. Yeah. I just remembered I have, I think it's 2 podcasts to talk about. Let's do this right. So, I had left my tea in the other room, got it with me now. I have brewed together some David's tea. The first one I put in here is Palm Diggity. That's the way it is. No, not really. But Palm Diggity, which is black tea, and then I've also put in here Mango Fruit Punch. So good together. And reminds me of their old tea that they've discontinued called Palm Tango. Pomegranate, mango, kind of made my own. I've got my crap together now. Podcast that I've been watching, because I've got my eye on you. Whatever. So the first one is Stranded Dye Works, hosted by Amy, who is the dyer and genius behind Stranded Dye Works yarns. I've recently started watching her last few episodes. Not exactly sure how it happened, but it happened. I'm there. Her colorways are beautiful. Her projects are great. She just did a review of some of her final Stash Dash projects, which those hats are adorable. Might need to try one of those. And she was also talking about how hot it's been where she is from. She's from the UK. I think London-ish, maybe. I believe I remember her saying coastal area. But her last episode, she was also kind of saying, you know, you could play a drinking game. And every time she says it's hot or complains about how hot it is or how kind of gross and sweaty she is because it's so hot in the episode, you'll get drunk in a minute. That was fantastic. I was watching it late at night, so I was not enjoying an adult beverage. However, could rewatch it, have a little bit of fun. So go check her out, the Stranded Dye Works podcast. She's really high energy but not obnoxious, which I like. Like, she's so passionate, she's so happy, and like she's fun. She's so much fun. I think she'd be a blast to meet in person. The second podcast I want to mention I found last night. Popped up on my recommended for you section or something on YouTube, whatever that's called. And it is the Warm Juniper Knits podcast that's on YouTube, and it's hosted by Christine, who is lovely. And there's something, I don't know if it's because she kind of reminds me of one of my really good friends who's a redhead as well, and just kind of has a little bit of the same kind of vibe, which sucked me right in. and her cat is gorgeous. Gorgeous. A little bit of a pain in the butt, just like all cats, just like mine. In her first episode, she ended up like holding him on her lap. I think it's a him, could be a her, and I wish my cat would let me do that. It doesn't really happen. But she's great. She's literally got 2 episodes out. I'm finishing up the second. I really enjoy her. Really, really enjoy her. And I believe she's down south from here. I believe she's in Oregon. I think. Somewhere in that kind of vicinity. Does she say on here? No. But that's alright. I can add that in if I want. But yeah, she's really good. I really enjoy her. She's whipping up some great stuff. She spins quite a bit too, which I think is just, again, I have not gotten into that. I think it is super fascinating. I'm very, very tempted. We'll see what comes home with me after Knit City. Hopefully not a crazy amount of stuff, because I have enough yarn and I can't even. I just can't. I don't even know if I could start spinning and actually stick with it without spinning on a wheel. Spinning by hand on drop spindles to me seems daunting. Very, very daunting. But back to the Warm Juniper podcast, I really enjoy it. Go watch her 2 episodes, subscribe to her. I was ready to subscribe, I think within the first 10 minutes of episode 1. There was just something that completely drew me in. So go and watch, subscribe, and keep an eye out for her next episode. But that is literally it for me today. I'm going to shut my mouth, press end, go and get it uploading and editing and all that good stuff. And I will see you soon. Hopefully I can get back to this again on Monday of next week. Should be able to do it. Don't have anything planned, although it is a holiday Monday. So we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll record on Sunday. We'll just stay tuned. So again, you guys can find me. Nope, I'm going to skip that. So, the whole end spiel. Thank you so much for watching, which I feel like I've really been kind of poopy at thanking you, any of you, besides my mother, who've been watching. So thank you so much. If this is your first episode, I hope you've enjoyed. I hope there's something that entices you to come back for next time. If there isn't, that's fine. If there is, glad to see you next week. For those of you that have been here for a while, thank you. Thank you so much. It's always great to have a little chitty chat, show you the goodies, give you some insight into my craziness that is my brain. And I will see you next week. It should be a fairly interesting week next week to see what I have to show you, because I have no idea. The way that this week has gone, I could have all new projects. What? We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm not making any big promises, but we will see. So yes, again, big thank you. Big, huge, humongous, bigger than anything. Thank you to everybody. If you want to follow me on Instagram, my little taggy thing is at @E_Garnier. If you want to follow me on Ravelry or stalk me there, I am eGarnier as one word. I guess I should go like this because that's probably better. Anyway, there's a group for the podcast on Ravelry, which is the My Two Tips podcast group. So go find us. There we are. Yeah, I hope you guys have an amazing week. The sun is now hiding behind some clouds, but that's okay, because I am so happy about it. And I managed to stay pretty safe from the sun this summer so far. burnt. Yes, again, rambling bit. Goodbye. We'll see you next week. Have a great day. Bye. You think I should use?